In the year 2145, the world stood on the edge of a new era. After decades of debate, inventions, and mind-bending breakthroughs, humanity finally agreed to host something the world had never seen before: the first ever robot Olympic Games. Not a war, not a competition of violence, but a global celebration of innovation, intelligence, and possibility. The stadium was unlike anything ever built: floating platforms, magnetic tracks, holographic crowds, and a sky glowing with neon light. Over 10,000 robots from around the world arrived, each designed by engineers, students, scientists, and dreamers. But among all these high-tech, shiny, powerful machines, one stood out for being the least impressive. A small, awkward robot named Eli 1. Eli 1 was built by a 16-year-old girl named Zara, who lived in a tiny workshop behind her grandmother's bakery. While other teams had billion-dollar funding and quantum processors, Zara had scrap metal, old batteries, and pure determination. Eli 1 couldn't run fast. He couldn't lift heavy weights. He couldn't calculate 1 billion equations in a second. But he had something no other robot had: a heart programmed to never give up. The first event was the Hyperspeed Dash, robots shooting across a track at nearly the speed of sound. Eli 1 stumbled on the starting line, fell face first, and finished almost a full minute after everyone else. The crowd laughed kindly. Zara just smiled and patted his metal shoulder. "Slow is still forward," she whispered. Next came the Megalift Challenge. Massive robots with hydraulic arms lifted vehicles like toys. Eli 1 tried to lift a simple metal block, and his arms shook violently until smoke puffed out. Again, he failed. Again, Zara adjusted his screws, tightened his bolts, and said, "Try again tomorrow." On the final day came the most dangerous sport: the Sky Maze, a floating obstacle course 300 feet in the air. During the competition, a sudden magnetic storm struck. One of the strongest robots, Titan 9, short-circuited midair and started falling, fast. The audience gasped. Robots weren't built for rescue missions. They were built for performance, programming, and precision. But without hesitation, Eli 1 threw himself into the air. His tiny boosters sputtered, his systems overheated, his circuits screamed. But he reached Titan 9 just in time. Eli 1 locked his fragile arms around the giant robot and used every bit of power he had to slow the fall. The descent was rough, chaotic, and nearly catastrophic. But they landed. Titan 9 was saved, and Eli 1 collapsed, smoke rising from his chest, lights flickering out. The stadium fell silent. At the closing